Ooh, that was weird. Oh, I don't think so. No, I think I'm snagged. Dang it. Okay. This lure is so heavy, it just goes right to the bottom. So, ooh, first look snag, but okay. It's about 65, 70 yards. I gotta go in quicker. So we don't want to catch the seaweed. This is Back Bay. It's beautiful. I live about 3 miles from here. I worked left of those towers for about 30 years. Can't walk 14 miles a day anymore, and it was time for me to leave. I was getting worn out. My body was breaking down. But a lot of amazing people live in this area. Amazing people. They extremely successful. One of the wealthiest areas in the country. One of them. This is I gotta go quick on this side because there's a lot of. You get the top of the. Maybe I get a bay bass come out of the weeds. A lot of this money around here is family generation money. There's a few people that I actually have a high school friend that made billions of dollars on the golf team. He was the number 1 and 2 man back and forth when I was a freshman. He ended up being really successful. He's a member at a country club right over here called Newport. I worked 4 years. It's actually flat, and it really helped me. Big Canyon had all big canyons, so the course would just tear my legs apart, and Newport was pretty flat. So, but then my legs went out again, my ankle, and it was kind of the weirdest thing. I was telling my group about my friend that was really successful, and I heard about how successful he was. I hadn't seen him in years, since high school, and then suddenly he shows up. It's like that traction thing. I have an ability to, and Steve, one of my real good friends, he was a member. He got to see it. He got to hear the story, and then get to saw the guy, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe it. That's the same guy I was talking about. And yeah, just a few things that I do. I think it has something to do with, since my wiring is a little different, I don't type, and obviously you guys have heard this, dyslexia plus other little issues on top of that. I've been gifted a little other things. I've been able to invent items and got patents, and I've I've been able to make money different ways all my life, and then suddenly it got hard. But yeah, it's gonna get better. I had a lot of good times playing golf. My stepmom tried to get me to quit playing competitively when I was just coming out of high school, and I kind of wonder what would have happened if I did. I just try to get a job that I didn't get fired from, just because of the, they would have to know I had, oh, you can get a labor job. No, it's always something. Someone tries, you know, next thing I know, I'm doing paperwork, and 70% of the paperwork would be messed up. So it always had affected me some way or another. But a lot of good memories here. The lawyer that helped me get my first patent lived right over there. I had clients all through here doing website design and SEO. I would create we would create power pages for their product line and generate leads for that category, to a point where we would start doing their whole website or just being more involved. And then I had a lot of customers that I thought were my friends. You know, you give them ideas, and next thing you know, they're having a big corporation develop it. And the whole idea is just basically my idea. They throw me a bone, like a lead, for doing a website or something, and you know, it happened a lot. We did iPhone apps and for the golfing industry, and the ideas were fun. I enjoyed the creative part. That's why I'm really enjoying YouTube. Because it gets me out of the daily grind of listing. Now I'm listing, instead of listing hundreds a day, I'm backed off and got down to, I'm starting to list vertical again, where I'm trying to get 21 days in advance of all my listings. So when I have to redo my taxes, I have a week just to dive into it and not have to be abstracted. And if I have to go and have a trip to do videos in like Pahrump or San Diego, or I don't feel guilty that I didn't have any listings in this queue dripping. So just think of it as like a little drip every hour. It used to be 20 minutes for me, and I would have 1,400 listings ready in the queue for 3 weeks out. And I worked my butt off to get those done, and then I'd have to be the only one shipping. So it just got to a point, it was like, oh my God, it's overwhelming. And but now me targeting smalls, it's not so overwhelming. I have a basket full, I ship them, I list, I get to take my little breaks. Oops. I gotta get this one. I remember this one. That's the fun part about doing your own business. You make your own wave, and hopefully I keep the, oh no, hopefully I keep getting to do it. Getting sick, having eBay reinvent themselves really set me back. I mean, I drained everything. I drained my savings, I drained my credit, I drained my loans, and as I'm barely hanging on, just trying to walk down my hallway, I'm just so glad that I had a roommate. He's been there, that saw what was happening, and he knew I was trying my best. And then a whole year I didn't think I had insurance because I didn't qualify for Obamacare. They automatically renewed it. For a whole year I couldn't look at any documents. My eyes would make me motion sickness. I started having that vertigo segments again. Now I'm using AI to scan every document, organize it in priority. Is it sales? Is it a requirement? Is it something? What do I need to do? Is it fraud? And now I'm getting back on track, but I might have to do a reset here. I don't think I'm ever going to get back to where I was before me getting sick. I'm working my butt off, and I'm now, with everything going up, I'm concerned. I got 4 or 5 locations I can get food for free. You know, I got to be real and honest with you guys. I have CalFresh, since I'm under what they call, drawing $1,800 a month from eBay and then having way more bills than what I'm making. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just, and the bills are just going up. And so there's a good chance I get to hit the restart button, and if I do, I want to continue to do what I've been doing, but it's a lot differently, a little bit more stricter on what I'm buying. I want to start being more creative. I want to tap back into my creative side. It's always paid my way with patents, and I have products that still a little drip. Every few weeks I get an order for my DVDs, golf lessons I created. My patent pretty much didn't pay off all the years I worked on that. I struggled getting anything worth of value from China. They kept on making it difficult, and I knew I was about to get ripped off when they were wanting me to order, $20,000 worth of something. They would just basically send you nothing, and I never pulled the trigger on it. I pulled the trigger on $500. It was the max I was ever able to trust them, and I lost a lot doing it that way, just trying to find the right vendor to work with. And then the parts would break, and a couple weeks in the sun, the plastic would start decolor. It was just horrible. Carbon fiber shafts for my product, they were supposed to be sandblasted, and they were stickers, and they would come off after a week. So it was just like quality control was horrible, and wasn't like I didn't try. And it's not like I didn't try, but that I sold it for a while. Then I realized I was battling China making their own versions of it, and so if I flick it like that, that'll work. I think you guys seen the product I created. I have one in the back of the car. I'm going to start using it in my video shoots, so I don't have to use these glasses all the time. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit here and have a little break. Let me show you. This is the course. Yeah, this is the product. Obviously I had 3 or 4 different versions of it, but the phone would go here, and it would go into the ground, film you doing whatever outside with your family. Say you're an active sports person, or you can just point it your direction, and it's perfect for a YouTuber. And then when you were inside, here's the prototype of the base. That was supposed to be a mold ejection. That was another $20,000 they wanted to steal from me. So that's what it would do. It would hold your phone. If you were not on a soft location, you were able to use the base, and it was just a device that would. So I was having problems with the plastic. I was having problems with the stickers. See how the stickers are gone? It wasn't supposed to be a sticker. Yeah, they got me for $5,000 there. And I had a guy in the States make the mold for this, just to kind of, it was supposed to be, of course it doesn't, it was supposed to be a mold just to, and you were going to fill sand in here or water or whatever you needed, and it would then work, but we never got that far. Yep, we pulled the trigger on that one. You can't survive if you're not making money. Just seems like it was a good, now you see other companies doing it, and my goal was to try to sell it. So I had the patent and trademark, and I was going to try to sell it to like GoPro, and they just basically reversed engineered it, and I never had the business plan. we didn't get that far. I had the prototypes, and that was pretty much it. And I started selling prototypes just to try to subsidize the time it was taking. Yeah, I learned a lot from that. I learned that once you get a trademark and patent, you just stop and work on the business plan, and you resell that and try to, and then find somebody that has the education and qualifications, and or have a pipeline of different things that they've done that would work well with the product that you invented. And that's the difference. That's what I would have done differently now. As time goes by, you kind of learn those things. So this video is a little different. Hey, I did pretty good. I don't think I talked about eBay. That's good. I did a little bit, but I gonna leave those up to the daily news briefs, and gonna change some things up. I got 3 or 4 different directions that are all gonna come together. Gonna do more videos of me taking my lunch break. This is only an hour, and fish for a little bit. This is my hobby. I have no family. I have no wife. I had one, but she had a double life. So a whole bunch of stories underneath the stories. But we all have our secrets, and I'm not trying to bring back the memories. It was fun. I had 7 years of really good times, and someday I might find the right person. Alright, so I got a bird I gotta kind of steer away from, because they like... Anyway, thank you for watching. You guys have a good day. This is slightly different, so until next time. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep hunting, keep flipping, and stay wandering. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what treasures we discover next time.